Hey, good morning to you. We're talking about insecurity. This is Walk and Talk 287. It's November 25th. Are you strong? Are you solid? Are you consistent? Are you firm? Are you faithful? Talking about insecurity or security. Think with me about fear versus courage. Lots of people are afraid. They feel vulnerable, timid, weak. But I want to focus on being strong, solid, secure. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 3 says, a person will not be firm. A person will not be solid. A person will not be secure, established. A person will not be faithful by evil, by wickedness. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 3 is making a bold statement that insecurity and fear is tied to evil or wickedness. A couple of practical observations. Evil contributes to insecurity. Evil contributes to fear, instability, unfaithfulness. Evil is the opposite of good. When you think of good, think of God. God makes you secure. Evil makes you insecure. If you look at Proverbs chapter 12, verse 3, you're never going to find security when you move toward evil. You will find insecurity. You'll find fickleness, unfaithfulness. People go through life wanting to be strong, wanting to be solid, wanting to be secure, but they soon discover that they're moving toward evil. They're not moving toward God. In this walk and talk, practical observation. When you begin to find fear or insecurity bubbling up, when you begin to discover being afraid, you're losing courage, things get a little shaky, anxiety sets in. When you begin to doubt, is that because you're moving toward God, or are you moving away from God? In other words, Proverbs chapter 12, verse 3 says, a person who stands with God will not be moved. So, God is your security. Evil is your insecurity. With God, you're faithful, courageous, strong, solid. With God, you have the opportunity to be strong. Without God, weak. Couple of observations. Never forget, there is a God and there is evil. Evil, wickedness, always makes you insecure. There's a consciousness about life. Call that the visible or the knowable. And then there's the invisible, unconscious. Often, life happens, feelings occur, circumstances are created, and we're not really quite sure what's going on in our mind, in our feelings, in our circumstances. We're not aware of the triggers. We're not aware of the challenges. But what this verse is saying, Proverbs 12:3, is evil has a way of making you shaky. Evil creates doubt. Evil creates insecurity. When you're feeling doubtful, fearful, anxious, this verse is saying, are you moving toward God or away from God? The invisible and the unconscious is very difficult at times to detect. A person who grows in self-awareness can evaluate their feelings, can evaluate their circumstance, can evaluate what's going on inside of their feelings, inside of their thoughts, as well as looking around in their circumstances, around in their relationships. Many times, our insecurity is tied to the behavior of someone else. Sometimes it's tied directly to ourselves. We choose to do evil. When I say evil, I'm referring to moving away from God as opposed to moving toward God. Proverbs 12:3 is saying that when you move toward God, that's where security occurs. That's where courage is found. But when you move away from God, that's where insecurity. So if you want to be faithful, if you want to be solid, if you want to be immovable, if you want to be strong, keep moving toward God. And make sure that as you live your life, you're not compromising on any aspect of the values of God. Move toward what God says you should be thinking about and feeling about. So when fear sets in or insecurity, make sure you examine your thoughts, your ideas, your beliefs, your values. Practical observation. Life can be secure. Life can be solid. But when things around us start to become shaky, it could be because our feelings have become shaky. Our feelings are no longer secure in God. Security and faith in God is directly tied together. Insecurity is when we move away from God, and anytime we move away from God, we're moving toward evil. Evil, according to this verse, doesn't make you strong, doesn't make you firm, doesn't make you faithful. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk. Be strong. Believe in God. Trust God. You're strong when you live rooted in the beliefs and the values, in the principles of what God says, not what people say. The other day, someone said to me, they just came right up and said they were a people pleaser. I'm just encouraging you, rather than please people, please God. People change. God doesn't. God is immutable. He is strong. He is solid. Build your decisions on the foundation of God, not the ever-changing desires of people, the wants, the wishes of people. This little verse in Proverbs 12:3 is a great verse for identifying your friendship circle, identifying who you're going to hang with, who you're going to trust, who you're going to follow. A person who chooses to move toward evil and away from God will create instability, will create insecurity. Select your friends, select your friendship group. Move toward people who are established by believing in God, not evil. An observation that every one of us, when anxiety sets in, when insecurity starts to occur, fear starts to move in, when you begin to find yourself doubting, discouraged, are you moving toward God or away from God? This little verse is saying you'll be strong, you'll be secure, solid, you'll be consistent, faithful when you move toward God. Good morning. Take every step, every thought, every idea, every movement, and move toward God, not away from God. Don't follow your feelings. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow people. Follow Jesus. Because this verse is saying God's truth, God's way, is the secure way, is the courageous way, is the strong way. That's the way away from fear. This is Walk and Talk 287. It's November 25th. I'm encouraging you as we move toward Thanksgiving. Be grateful for God. Be grateful for His truth. And step away. Keep moving away from evil. And you'll find security, strength. Good morning. You'll find the courage that you need to face life, to face the battles of good versus evil. We live constantly on the opportunity to be on solid ground or shaky ground. The opportunity is there. Any circumstance, any situation, any feeling, any challenge, if you're moving toward God, you're going to feel secure. If you're moving away from God, that's where this anxiety and this fear kicks in. Because you feel life crumbling. The unknown, the invisible, the unknowable, you want to stand on solid ground. And that solid ground is built on the values of the Bible, on the values of God, on what does the Bible say? Move toward God. We invite you to worship with us this coming Sunday at 9:30 and 11, First Baptist Church, Tempe, Arizona, 4525 South McClintock. You can learn about our church by contacting the church at 480-839-0926. Ask for a staff member and be more than happy to answer any of your questions. You can also check out the website, fbc-tempe.org. It's a great day to be secure, to be fearless, to be solid, to be strong in the Lord. As Thanksgiving comes your way, enjoy. Let the joy of God overflow you. Just fill you up because you're secure, not insecure. Blessings on you.